The hardest part about being a music entrepreneur is that often music becomes the last thing that you work on. Between content, admin, and business tasks, it's very easy for your creativity to become buried. You started this because of music, right? So then why does it feel that everything other than music is what is running your life? The solution here is protecting your creativity at all costs. This means implementing automation, outsourcing, and delegating anything that you can. If you let business kill your music, you're losing the very thing that makes it worth it in the first place. Let's break down how you can avoid this. When you first start out, you think that your days are going to be spent making music, but the reality sets in, and this is not the case. Quite often, you spend most of your time doing business, admin, content creation, and social media, which doesn't always necessarily then leave much room for your musical creativity. And this has happened to me many times. I've woken up and realized I'm running a business about music, not an actual music business itself. And there's been times where I've gone weeks on end without even picking up a single instrument or having a single desire to make any music, which is a very strange a very strange contrast, because when you're running a music business but then you're not actually making any music, it kind of just puts you in like a what's the point mindset, and you sort of fall out of love with it quite quickly, which is what hopefully I will help you avoid in this video. So my name is Gwethan, I'm an entrepreneur and a musician. I'm the founder of Hendrick, and my mission here is to share my wisdom and experience to improve your life. You have to remember that creativity isn't infinite, and if all of your brain power goes towards all of these business tasks, you will really struggle to create great music. So the best thing to do, really, for me, is to have time blocks of music time and business time. Now, for some people, if you have to make videos like this and you have to do really deep, intensive tasks, you might be better off doing that first thing in the morning and just getting it completely out of the way, so that throughout the rest of the day you don't have to think about admin or business or anything like that. You can just solely focus on music. And also, if you live with other people, doing it in the afternoon or the evening might work out better. But then for some people, you might have all of your creative energy at the beginning of the day, so you just focus on the tasks that require the most creativity first, i.e. music or recording a video like this, so that you have optimal brain power, if that makes sense. The thing is it's entirely situational. It's entirely what works best for you. But what you don't want to do is spend the whole day doing super stressful, intensive tasks and then leaving yourself a couple hours in the evening to do music, because by then your brain is already fried. You want to really make sure that the music itself, or the creative passion that you have, if you're not necessarily a musician, you have to make sure that that comes first, and that is the priority. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do it first thing in the day, but it means when you're sort of assessing your daily schedule and you're seeing where all of your brain power is going, you really want to make sure that the majority of your brain power and your focus and your capacity is going into creation, because otherwise what's the point in running a creative business? There isn't. So yeah, this is something I've definitely really struggled with, because like I said, creativity is not infinite, and if you're constantly drained by business tasks, you will struggle to make great music. And that is what I've been dealing with on a day to day basis. I love music, I love making music, but I just keep putting the business first. But then the thing is, without the music, there would be no business. So that's something myself that I'm really not struggling with, because it was something that I did struggle with, but I'm learning from it and overcoming it in my own way. So I wouldn't say I'm currently struggling with it, because I'm building upon it and I'm working on it. But what I've really learned after working with some really successful artists and creators is that they prioritize the creation, and the only real way that you can do that is by delegating and automating and outsourcing all of the other tasks, right? So it's no secret that to be a musician in 2025, you have to also be a content creator, you also have to be your own administrator and all of those things. But there's so many tools out there that you can do to automate these things that it frees up a lot of your creative time. So for example, automation. You've got tools such as Metrical, which is a site that basically you upload or you create a folder or something, one piece of content, and then you can post it on multiple different sites like TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of that sort of stuff, and you can set up a calendar so it automates it for you. You could also get a video editor, which would save you a lot of time regarding content creation. You could also start using various AI tools. ChatGPT is what I use personally most days to get most things done, but Claude AI seems to be the best virtual assistant kind of thing for automation. You just kind of really want to figure out which tasks take up all of this time that you have, this limited time that you have, and which tasks also take up the most brain power. And if there's something like video editing or scheduling content, these things quite easily can be outsourced. And yeah, you might have to spend money, you might have to pay for a video editor, but the creativity, the creative spark that this will leave you with, and sort of the less strain it will put on your brain and your creativity, will make it so worth it. And don't worry, if you can't afford that, that's also fine. Me personally, right now, I'm editing all of my videos, and as soon as the business breaks even and I start making money, then I'll outsource the editing and the scheduling and everything else in between. But until then, I'm editing everything, doing everything myself. But I know the power of outsourcing, and the second it's viable to do so, I will 100% do it. And why do you think that artists have managers and labels and stuff like that? Yeah, it's because, they might not necessarily have any business knowledge or industry knowledge, but it's also so that they can just focus on doing what they do, and these other people can take care of the rest. So I think a huge takeaway from that is, especially if you're a musician or a creator of any type, is that you really need a team around you. You could use any AI tool to automate things. One that I highly recommend if you want to automate sort of longer form videos, or I say automate, it's an AI repurposer, so it will take long videos and crop them into shorts. It is called repurpose.io, so that's just something to take note of. But you need a team around you, especially if you're a visionary, if you're a creative. If you can build a team of people to do these business tasks for you, these admin tasks for you, really help with the content side of things, then you can put all of your time and energy into creation, into music, and that will just significantly boost you forward. Now, I know having a team around you requires money and resources, and if you're a beginner, that seems very out of reach. But it's not. If you can start generating somewhat of an income through whatever venture you're doing, whether it's music or any kind of anything, right? Or maybe if you can get these people to help you out for free, and in the promise that when things do pick up, that you will sort them out. It's completely situational. Some people, they might genuinely just want to help you. They don't expect payment. They want to be along for the ride with you. They want to support you. And if you have those kinds of people around you that don't just purely base everything they do on transactions, then you are extremely lucky. So yeah, people often will be willing to help if you ask them as well. Obviously, just don't ask for too much for nothing, because that just kind of takes the piss. But yeah, what I'm getting at here is, like I said, you have a certain brain capacity, and if you just spend all of these brain points, all of this energy on tasks that is not creation, is not music, then your music and your creation is going to suffer. So if you're going to get anything from this video, outsource, delegate, and automate. There's so many AI tools. I will cover a lot of these in Hendrick Academy and my free Hendrick community, such as Zapier. There's loads of different AI assistants that can help with all of your emails and all of your metrics, and your analytics and stuff like that. There's so much technology out there. Just literally ask ChatGPT. This is what I do. This is my scenario. How can I automate and delegate my day-to-day tasks so that I can focus on creativity? If you ask ChatGPT that, I'm sure that you will just get an amazing response, and you'll definitely be taking a step forward. So I'm not going to keep saying the same thing 1,000 times. I'm going to cut the video here. But if you got any sort of value from this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. And I will see you in the next one. Also, don't be afraid to just spend entire days on business and entire days on creativity. Remember, everything is just completely personal preference and whatever works best for you. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.